This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay.
The vaccine debate is back, and this time it's louder and more divisive than ever. With RFK Jr., a vocal vaccine skeptic, appointed as Secretary of Health and Human Services by the incoming Trump administration, questions around vaccine policy immediately came into the conversation. And now, with the new administration in place, this conversation is front and center. Today, we're diving deep into this debate. We'll explore the policies, the science, and the arguments on all sides, including concerns about COVID vaccines, vaccine injuries, and the growing childhood vaccine schedule. Whether you're pro-vaccine, skeptical, or somewhere in between, stick around. This one's going to be thorough and nuanced. Vaccines have long been celebrated as one of the greatest achievements in public health. They've eradicated smallpox, nearly eliminated polio, and drastically reduced childhood mortality rates worldwide. But the story is more complex than a simple triumph. Today, vaccine skepticism is growing, not just amongst fringe groups, but in mainstream conversations. Let's start by examining why. COVID-19 vaccines, based on mRNA technology, were developed at unprecedented speed. Now, while this technology had been researched for decades, it was the first time it was widely used in humans. And this raised concerns for people about its long-term effects. Critics have pointed out that these vaccines, while effective in reducing severe disease and death, haven't completely stopped the transmission of COVID-19, as I'm sure we've all noticed. Now, this has fueled distrust, with many asking, why mandate a vaccine that doesn't prevent infection? Another source of vaccine skepticism is the issue of vaccine injuries. According to the CDC's Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, or VAERS, most reported side effects are mild, things like soreness or fever. However, serious injuries, while rare, do occur. The debate here centers on transparency. Critics argue that vaccine injuries are underreported and not adequately addressed in public health conversations. For example, myocarditis cases linked to COVID-19 vaccines raised concerns, especially for younger populations. Mistrust in vaccines isn't new. Take the polio vaccine, for example. While it's credited with nearly eradicating the disease, in some countries, improperly manufactured batches caused polio outbreaks instead of preventing them. Now, these incidents created lasting skepticism in regions like Nigeria and India, where public health officials had to work hard to rebuild trust. In the US, the childhood vaccine schedule has expanded significantly over the past few decades. In the 1980s, children received fewer than 10 vaccines before age 6. Today, that number is over 30. Critics question whether this explosion in the vaccine schedule is necessary, or if it's driven by pharmaceutical interests instead. They also argue that too many vaccines at once could overwhelm a young child's immune system, though it's important to note that research doesn't seem to support this claim. This debate has led many states to pass laws allowing for religious and moral exemptions from vaccine mandation. Proponents of these laws argue they protect individual freedom. Opponents say that they put public health at risk. So, where does that leave us? Well, vaccine debates often pit science against skepticism, but the reality is more nuanced. Both sides raise important questions. How do we balance public health with personal freedom? How do we ensure that transparency while promoting trust in vaccines? The key is open dialogue. Public health campaigns must address concerns honestly, without dismissing them. That means acknowledging rare risks, improving transparency, and ensuring that mandates don't alienate people unnecessarily. So, what do you think about vaccine policy? Are we striking the right balance between public health and personal choice? Let us know. in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's a small ask, guys, but believe me, it does more than anything to help this channel grow. As always, guys, stay dynamic. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.